Hi, I'm Brett Hack. I'm the Aikotoba teacher. And today I'm going to talk to you about global certificates and how they can help you in your future, specifically in your job hunt. As you may know, Aikotoba is part of the Program for Applied Global Education, or PAGE for short. You can participate in this program by taking classes, by studying abroad, and doing other things. At the end of the program, you can receive a 修了証, a certificate of completion. Now, I've had many students come up to me and say, I know about this program, but how is it going to actually help me in my career? So I'm here to answer that question today. In the process, I'm going to tell you a little bit about hiring and what companies are looking for in new graduates. So here's a little secret about me. Before I came to Kendai, I was the lead teacher and coordinator for a company that provided language services to corporations in the Chubu area. And actually, one of my jobs was hiring part-time teachers. So through those experiences, and also through talking to many HR managers and branch managers at different companies throughout this region, I learned a lot about what Japanese companies are looking for in the employees of today. So I'm going to use those experiences and also my excellent drawing skills to help explain to you the process of hiring. To start, you need to think about what the process of hiring means. Every person in this world has a unique set of experiences and skills. Every skill you get comes from an experience, and every experience gives you a set of skills. So when a company is hiring, it means that they are looking for people whose experiences and skills are going to match their business needs. So some of our skills are very concrete. Things like learning a foreign language or having a special certificate. Now these are the things we can write on our resume. We call these qualifications. And of course some jobs have special qualifications as requirements for the job. However, there's another set of skills that are less concrete but equally important. Things like this: your teamwork skills, leadership skills, ability to work under pressure, things like that. Now, we call these personal skills in English because they are aspects of your personality that will help you succeed in business. You may not believe it, but employers are very interested in finding these skills, especially in new recruits. So both qualifications and personal skills are gained through experiences. I'm going to use, again, my excellent drawing skills to show you an example of this. Say you're fluent in French. That's a skill. We can measure it. We can put it on a resume. It's a qualification. You got that skill through a set of experiences. For example, taking French classes, taking a French proficiency test, and also maybe living abroad in Paris for a year. But that study abroad experience didn't just give you the ability to speak French. You probably gained a number of other skills. For example, the adaptability, confidence, and independence to live on your own in a foreign country. Those are all personal skills that you have now. They're all collections of these bundles of skills and experiences. So on your resume and in the interview, you want to show the employer that your skills match the job, and also you need to prove that you actually have these skills. And we're going to talk about that in the next section. Depending on when you entered this university, the program title and the certificate name are going to be different. However, no matter what they're called, you're going to use them in the same way. These types of certificates add a mark of distinction to your resume. In casual English, we often say another line on your resume. So here's a sample resume in Japanese. As you see, you're going to write the Global Program Certificate right here in the Licenses and Qualifications section. Now you may be thinking, okay, that's on my resume. How is that going to get me a job? Now of course, this certificate isn't going to guarantee you a job. But then again, your college degree isn't going to do that either. There are so many factors in the job hunt that nothing is 100% guaranteed. However, marks of distinction like this global certificate are going to set your resume apart from lots of other applicants and help companies notice you. As I said before, I used to do hiring at my old job, and I can tell you from experience, looking at your application is far from an HR person's only job. We've got a lot of other things to do, and the time given to us for looking at resumes is not nearly enough. This is especially true in Japan, where companies do all their hiring at the same time. So it's sad to say, but they're probably not going to look at your resume that carefully. Instead, they'll be looking for key words, things that help them notice who's good and who's not so good. Things like your school and degree name, your previous jobs or internship, time overseas, and of course your qualifications list. So here's where your global certificate comes in. As you may have guessed, the key word is global. Companies all over Japan are thinking about globalizing their business. Big companies need to diversify their management styles so they can keep up with foreign competitors. Medium-sized companies are hoping to expand overseas, both the production and the market of their products. And finally, even smaller companies now have multicultural workforces, and they need people with the intercultural skills to manage it. Now you may be thinking, I just plan to work in my local area, so globalization isn't really an issue for me. That's not true. Internal internationalization, the trend where even rural areas in Japan are becoming more and more culturally diverse, is a trend that governments and institutions are thinking hard about. This is especially true in Aichi, which has an exceptionally high population of foreign residents. City halls, local schools, hospitals, and other service organizations are looking for employees who can understand and interact with these foreign residents in a confident and respectable way. So no matter what job you're looking at in the future, there's a need for people who are globally competent. The program for applied global education is designed to respond to this demand. In our classes and our activities, we use the medium of foreign language to instill the kind of skills that will help students live, work, and act in a globalizing society. In other words, by participating in our program, you'll gain the kind of skills that globalizing companies and institutions are looking for. Here are some examples. Foreign language skills plus business skills. We conduct project-based classes where you and other students will carry out team projects using English. These classes will give you a taste of what it's like to work in an English-speaking environment, and you'll also gain some project management skills. We also have global literacy building classes. In our advanced courses, we talk about global socio-economic issues as they relate to Japan. Through these classes, you'll gain the big picture of what's at stake for Japan in the global world. You'll also gain the ability to argue and negotiate in English. And finally, cultural exchange. We conduct a lot of cultural exchange activities throughout the year where you can meet students from other countries. We don't just talk about each other's culture, but also our economic and business situations. And all of these skills will really help you become more attractive to future employers. Now, our program has been around for 4 years and is already getting well known among the companies in this region. However, even if the person looking at your interview doesn't know about this program, the words global applied on the qualifications list are going to set you apart from the other candidates and give you a much higher chance of getting a job interview. But of course, that's not it. That's just going to get you to the interview stage. From there, it's up to you to show how the things you learned in the global program can be an asset to that company.